All right, good afternoon, everybody. It is Jay again, and I wanted to go over a fruit tree here that I have not discussed before. And this may be, it's not quite my favorite fruit, but I think it's going to now be my second favorite fruit. Not replacing mangoes as number one, because I don't think anything's going to replace mangoes as the number one fruit, but this is definitely going to be second place. So what is this fruit tree that I've got here in front of me? Well, this fruit tree is called a Spanish lime or a Quenepa. It's got a bunch of different names, but this is a wonderful fruit, and it is not related, or it is not in the citrus family at all, even though it looks like a lime. So here is the fruit. Let me set this one down for a second. Here's what the fruit looks like. And it looks very, very much like a little lime. I mean, if somebody gave you one of these, you would definitely say it's something in the citrus family, because it's got this green skin on it, and it looks exactly like a little cluster of limes. But these are Spanish limes, so these grow on this fruit tree here. And let me tell you guys, like, when you have an experience like this, when you try a fruit like this that you've not had before, it is mind-blowing. And let me tell you the best way that I can describe this fruit. I'm sure everybody else will have a different way of describing this fruit, but the best way I can describe it is a everlasting gobstopper. I mean, this tastes exactly like the Willy Wonka everlasting gobstoppers. So what do you do and how do you eat this fruit? Well, it's got this really thin shell on it, like you can see on this one, if it'll focus. And inside that really thin shell is this nice, creamy, delicious flesh. And so what you do is you more or less just suck that out of there, and inside there's one seed, and you just suck on that flesh as it dissolves off of the seed. And it comes right out of here really easily. This peels super, super easy, and then this just pops right out, as you can see here. And then you just put it in your mouth. Oh my gosh. These are amazing. And there's the little shell that's left over. Why these aren't more popular or on every supermarket shelf, I don't know, because man, these have an amazing flavor. So, can these be grown here? Well, I've been a little hesitant to grow these for quite a while because we were kind of told that this is a kind of an ultra tropical tree, or a tree that might not do that well down here due to the heat, because it is a tropical tree. But I've been growing these for quite a while now, and these are just two of the little seedlings that I wanted to show you guys real quick. And these are just growing outside. I like to grow everything outside to adapt it to Arizona weather, and especially if it's going to be a seedling, if it grows here, well, then it's going to definitely survive here. So you can see this guy looks pretty good. They're nice and green. Putting on some new flush here in July when everything else is burning up. And there was a couple characteristics on this that I wanted to look for to see if this fruit tree would indeed grow here. And one of the things that I look at the most is the leaf and the leaf shape. So if you look at the leaf shape on this, you can see here along the stem here, it's got these little wings. See these little wings here on the side where my thumb is here, and then just above it, it's got another little wing. And those little wings sit in between the leaf sets here. You can see the leaf sets are on each side of this, and then it's got that weird little wing, or like that extra little leaf that runs right down the middle. So what else has that type of leaf that is successful here? Well, if you kind of look around at the plants that we have here that do indeed work here in fruit here, well, one of them would be the ice cream bean. So right here I've got an ice cream bean, and this is a seedling from one of my trees, and they do produce fruit here. I'll show you that tree in just a second. And you can see that it has almost an identical leaf. It's got that same little wing that sits in between the leaf sets there. Well, it's got almost, this is an ice cream bean, it's got almost the same leaf as the Spanish lime does, which tells me if this one works here, this one will. Now, I don't think these two are in the same family as each other. I believe the Spanish lime is in the same family as like the rambutans and the lychees. I believe it's in that family. But it's got a similar leaf. That's what I'm looking for, is that leaf is very, very similar to this one. And we know that this one works really well here. So I've been growing more of these things outside, and also second generation, so that I know that this stuff will work really well out here. And growing it from seed and having it survive outside is really, really great. There's just a lot of plants that are like that, that were just kind of like the holy grail of plants that nobody really touches or plants or plays with, because I think they think that they're just too hard. And I think a lot of it is propagating seeds and growing them in Arizona, having like local stock here instead of trying to bring a lot of this stuff from other states. I think growing it here in town, it'll be acclimated. It'll be considered more or less Arizona trees. And I think you can do that with pretty much anything. You just need some time or someone to put the effort forth. You know, like I'm doing the ice cream beans because I've got the fruit tree that produces. Same with the Spanish limes here. So I'm going to be growing a lot more of these too. And I think it'll work just about with anything, because I've even got some out here, and this is kind of one of the holy grail plants for down here. So these are rambutans. And you can see I've got these rambutans growing outdoors. And man, they look good. They look really, really good. And a lot of this stuff people don't want to grow from seed because they question how long it's going to take to fruit. And I'll tell you, tropical fruit trees, they fruit really quickly from seed. It's about 3 to 4 years of growing that plant. And then if you don't like the fruit on it for whatever reason, well, then you can graft on whatever you want to kind of at that point. But if this stuff can grow here and grow outside, like your Spanish limes and your ice cream beans, of course we know those are successful, your rambutans, then we know we'll be able to grow a lot of the stuff here that we want, like the, you know, chocolate and mangosteens and anything else of that size. So we go over here to this ice cream bean. You can see he's got some size to him now. And if I go over here to the trunk, I mean, that's an official tree. See if I can zoom up here. I mean, that is right about half the size of this mulberry that's sitting right next to it. So yes, I have a feeling, and lychee right underneath it, all new growth on the lychee. So yeah, guys, I think it's a matter of getting a lot of this stuff just acclimated. Look at those beautiful lychee leaves. Acclimated to Phoenix, Arizona, especially during the hottest time of the year, which is right now. It's July. It's pretty hot, guys. But yeah, we're gonna get everything to grow here, guys. Everything. And everything to grow outdoors. And hopefully with not a whole lot of effort. All right, guys. Thank you for watching.